Good evening everyone. Let's continue with our previous video 8.3 solutions part 2. Question number 5. Vasudevan invested rupees 60,000 at an interest rate of 12% per annum compounded half yearly. So this is a question of compounded half yearly. Principal given to us rupees 60,000. Rate of interest is 12% per annum and time period is later on given to us. Time period are two given to us. First we have to find after 6 months. And second we have to find after 1 year. In both the case compounded half yearly. So first let's see for this one after 6 months. So as this is a case of compounded half yearly, we all know there will be a change in time as well as rate of interest. In 6 months we can say it is same as 1/2 of a year, or we can call it a half year. So let's find the new time, that is n is equal to 2 times time period given to us, which is 2 into 1/2, 1/2 year. Similarly, the new rate of interest will be given by previous upon 2, that is 12/2, 6% in a half year. So we are finding the first case. Let's find the amount with the formula. P is 60,000, 1 plus R is 6/100 whole power n. N is 1. So let's solve this further. It becomes LCM of 100. 100 plus 6 is 106/100. Power 1 means this number only. 0000 cut. So amount is given by 600 into 106. Multiply them, we get 6 6 is 36, 3 will come, 6 1 is 6 and double zeros. This is the amount. So compound interest for this half year will be given by 63,600 minus 60,000. So our answer is 3,600 compound interest for 6 months. Now we have to find for for the next case, that is after 1 year. For this case again we will have a new time period. It will become 2 into t, that is 2 into 1 year. It becomes 2 half years. So the value of n is 2. Value of r new is given by previous upon 2 only, that is 6%. Now put in the formula. Amount will be given by 60,000, 1 plus 6/100 whole power 2. So this will be 60,000 into 106/100 into 106/100. 0000 will cut these 4 zeros and the answer will be 6 into 106 into 106. Amount is equal to rupees 67,416. So this is the answer for second case and this was the answer for first case. Now question number 6. RF took a loan of rupees 80,000. So principal is rupees 80,000 from a bank if the rate of interest is 10% per annum. So rate of interest given to you is 10% per annum. Find the difference in amounts he would be paying after 1.5 years. So if time given is 1.5 years, we have to check for two cases. First, when it is done compounded annually, annually, and second case we have to compare with when it is done compounded half yearly. In short, we are going to check in which case he has to pay more interest for the loan taken. So this will give us an idea that which is better, compounding annually or compounding half yearly. Okay, let's see. So first find for compounding annually. As we all know, in compounding annually we do no changes to the rate and time, they will remain the same. And here we have an issue. For compounding annually we will take first for 1 year and then for remaining half year. Okay, let's see. Amount, so first write for first year, amount will be given by so we will take n equal to 1, 80,000, 1 plus 10 upon 100 whole power 1, 0 0 cancel, it becomes 80,000 into 10 plus 1 is 11 upon 10, 1 0 cancel, we will get 88,000 as the amount after 1 year. Now it is amount after 1 year, so compound interest after 1 year will be given by 88,000 minus 80,000, that is rupees 8,000 interest in 1 year. Now for the remaining half year we have to take this as new principal. For remaining half year, new principal is 88,000. Rate of interest will be now half, because the interest rate given to us 10% is for complete year, but we are finding for half year, so it becomes 10 upon 2, that is 5%, sorry. So the interest now will be given by interest rate upon 100 multiplied with new principal, that is, sorry, only 2 zeros are cut, this 0 remains, 5 0 is 0, 5 8s are 40, 40 plus 4, 44, 100 rupees. This is the interest after half year. So you can say combined interest after 1.5 year is given by total interest is given by 8,000 plus 4,400, that is 0 0 4 12, 12,400 rupees. Now let's find and see the second case when we are doing compounding half yearly. Here we will have a change in rate as well as time. So here the n will become 2 times t, that is 2 into 1.5 year, which becomes 3 by 2, 2 2 cancel, we will get 3 half years, and the rate of interest will become previous rate upon 2, that is 5%. Now put in the formula, amount will be P, that is 80,000, 1 plus rate is 5 upon 100 whole power 3. Now solve this. 80,000, this will become 105 upon 100 3 times, so 105 upon 100 and 105 upon 100. These 2 zeros will cut these 2 zeros, these 2 zeros will cut these 2 zeros, and now we are left with 8 into 105 into 105 into 105 upon 100. Okay, and by solving this, the answer will be, the product will come out as 9261,000 upon 100. These 2 zeros will cut and the amount is 92,610. here the amount when compounded half yearly is coming out as 92,610, and here when compounded annually the amount was 88,000 plus. Here the amount when compounded yearly or annually was 88,000 plus this interest, which is 4,400. It was 0048412, 92,400. So obviously in this half yearly case he is giving more amount, so the difference is given by the difference between two amounts is given by amount in when compounded half yearly minus amount when compounded annually, 92610 minus 92400, and that is rupees 210. This is the answer. Now question number 7. Maria invested rupees 8,000 in a business. So principal is rupees 8,000. She would be paid interest at 5% per annum compounded annually. So rate given to you is 5%, and the case is of compounding annually. So we have to find the first part. Find the amount credited against her name at the end of second year. So first case time is 2 years, and in the second case the interest for third year we have to find. So let's see. First let's find the amount after 2 years. Very simple. The same formula, amount is equal to P 1 plus R upon 100 power n. P is 8,000, 1 plus R is 5 upon 100 whole power 2. This becomes 8,000 into 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100. Now these two zeros cut these two zeros, this single zero cut this single zero, and we are left with 8 into 105 into 105 upon 10. Is the amount, which is equal to 88,200 upon 10, 0 cancel, that is your amount after 2 years, 8,820 rupees, 8,820. That means the interest earned in 2 years is rupees 820. Now second part, we have to find the interest for third year. Okay, let's see. It is very simple to find interest for third year. How? If we find amount in 3 years and we subtract it from, if we subtract amount in 2 years from this, what will we get is the compound interest or the interest in third year. Okay, so we already know amount in 2 years we have found in the last case. We just have to find amount in 3 years. So let's find that amount in 3 years is equal to principal, which is 8,000 into 1 plus 5 upon 100 whole power 3. So this time we have 8,000 into 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100. So 00, 00, single 0, single 0. Now we are left with 8 into 105 into 105 into 105 upon 1000. It would be better if you multiply them. So let's see what will come. We will get 9261,000 upon 1000. So these will cancel. The amount after 3 years is equal to 9261. So we can say the interest in third year will be equal to amount in third year minus amount in second year. Simple. Put the values. 9261 minus 8820, and the answer is 6 minus 2, 4, 12 minus 8, 4, and done. Rupees 441 she has got the interest in which year? In the third year. Now question number 8. Find the amount and compound interest on rupees 10,000. So principal is rupees 10,000. Time is given to you as 1.5 years at 10% per annum. So rate is 10% per annum, compounded half yearly. So this is a case of compounded half yearly. So we have a change in time. N will be equal to 2 times t, that is 2 into 3 by 2 year, which is 3 half year, and rate will become r upon 2, which is 5%. Now what they are saying is find the amount and compound interest first. After this there is one more part. First let's find this one. The amount is given by principal, that is 10,000, into 1 plus r, which is 5 upon 100 whole power 3. It becomes 10,000 into 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100. 0 0 0 0, 4 zeros cancel. Now we are left with 105 cube upon 100. This is the amount. It is equal to 1157625 upon 1000, that is rupees 1157.625. Now what is the next part? Okay, we have to find the compound interest also. Let's find that. If you want, you can take only the 2 digits, because normally after decimal 2 only are required, so that is also okay. So let's find the compound interest. It is given by amount minus principal, which is 1157.62 minus 1157. Actually this was 100 only, I took by mistake 1000. Okay, so decimal will come here, 1157.625. okay, by mistake I took it 1000, it was 100 only. So this is the amount. So 1157, let me rub this. $11,576.25 minus 10,000. So the compound interest is given by 1576.25. Now what is the second part? Second part, that is case 2. They are saying, would this interest be more than the interest he would get if it was compounded annually? So we have to compare this interest that he has got on half yearly and compare it with what would happen if it was the case of compounding annually. We all know in that case of compounding annually, things will remain same. This time will remain 1.5 only, rate will remain 10 only. So let's see the case of compound 1. Case 2, compounding annually. Principal remains same, 10,000. Time remains same, 1.5 year, and rate remains same, 10%. But we all know we have to first find for the first year and then for the remaining half year. Okay, let's find. the CI is given by that P 10,000 into 1 plus 10 upon 100 whole power 1. This I am doing for the first year. For first year. Because whenever time is in fraction and the case is of compounding annually, we find like this only. It will give us 10,000 into 110 upon 100, 0 cancel, 0 cancel, and we will get the answer as 11,000. So after 1 year, this was amount, my mistake. After 1 year, the amount became 11,000. That means compound interest was 11,000 minus 10,000 rupees 1,000. In first year we have obtained this compound interest. Now for the remaining time, for remaining half year, we will take new principal as this one 11,000, and rate will become half because it is half year only. So rate was 10%, it becomes 5%. Now let's find the interest for remaining time. It will be 5 upon 100 into 11,000, 0 cancel, 550 rupees. So the total interest will be given by 1,000 plus 550, which is rupees 1550. This was the case of compound interest done annually. This was annually, we have got interest of 1550, and in the case of half yearly, we got the interest as 1576.25. Obviously, in half yearly we have got more interest, so we will say interest would be more if it is compounded half yearly. So interest more if it is compounded half yearly. Simple. Also you can understand that after every 6 months, if you are getting the interest, your principal is changing after 6 months. So obviously it will give you more interest. Now question number 9. Find the amount which Ram will get on rupees 4096. So principal is rupees 4096 if he gave it for 18 months. So time period is 18 months. We have to convert this into years, so divide by 12, or you can write like this, 18 upon 12 years. Let me solve this. It becomes 3 6 3 2 2 3. One second, some mistake. 3 4 na? One second. It was 18 upon 12 year. Let me cut with 3. 3 6 3 4 2 3 2 2. So it is 3 by 2 or 1 by 2 year. Okay, and the rate of interest is given to you as 12 1 by 2%, which is 25 upon 2% per annum. Interest being compounded half yearly. So this is the case of compounded half yearly. So we have to change the time and rate. So n will become 2 times time, that is 2 into 3 by 2, that is 3 half years, and rate will become previous rate upon 2, that is 25 upon 2. We have one more upon 2, that means it becomes 25 upon 4%. Okay, again I am explaining. The new rate of interest will become upon 2. That can be taken as 1 by 2 into previous rate. Previous rate was 25 by 2. So the new rate became 25 by 4. Okay. Now let's find the amount. It is given by principal, which is 4096, into 1 plus rate 25 upon 4. 4 into 100 is 400 whole power 3. Now we can write this as 4096 into, this will become 425, or we can solve it further because in this case nothing is cutting, so we can solve it. 25 ones are and 25 1 second. So ones are 25, 5 and 10, 150, 25, 6 are okay. So we have got this thing. It becomes 16 plus 1, 17 upon 16 into 17 upon 16 into 17 upon 16. Now further, if you have idea, we can cut these with 16 because 16 cube is 4096 only. You can check. So we will get 17 cube as the answer of amount, that is equal to rupees 4913. This is the required amount. Okay. Now question number 10 on population application of this compound interest. The population of a place increased to 54,000 in 2003. So you can say in year 2003 population is how much? 54,000. These many people are present in this year, and the rate was 5%. Now we have to find population in year 2001. So find population in year 2001, first case, and second is what would be population in 2005. Population in 2005. First understand this case. In 2001, in 2003, so this is given to you. What should we take this thing? Should we take it amount or principal? Obviously we have to take it as amount only. Why? Because previously we had less population than this. So let the population in 2001 be X. Time period will be 2003 minus 2001, that is 2 years, and rate we all know is 5%, and amount is 54,000. So we are trying to utilize the formula of compound interest to do the question of population. So we all know amount is equal to principal, which is X, into 1 plus 5 upon 100 whole power 2. Let's solve this. It is equal to X. It becomes 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100. Now we have to find the value of X. So we have to take these two to the left hand side. It becomes 54,000 into 100 upon 105 into 100 upon 105 is equal to X. That is, now we cannot solve it easily, so let's cut this now. 5 20s are, 5 21s are, 5 20s are, 5 21s are. Now we can cut these two by 3, I guess. Yes, 3 7s are 21 and 3 1s are, 3 8s are 000, 3 7s are, 3 6s are 000. So we have got X is equal to 6000 into 20 upon 49. Now if you solve this further, the population in year 2001 will come out as 48979.59. So we can take approximate value of this, which will be, we can take, as this is more than or equal to 5 after decimal, we can increase 1 over here. It becomes 48980. This is the population in year 2001. It is an approximate value we can take. Okay. Now the second question, which is what is the population in year 2005? Let's start this question. Second part, we have to find population in 2005. Now this will be your amount. This time amount is unknown. Given to us is population in year 2003 is equal to 54,000. This will be your principal. Rate is already given to you as 5%. Now time will be how much? 2005 minus 2003, 2 years. Again put the formula. This time amount is unknown. So amount is equal to principal 54,000 1 plus 5 upon 100 whole power 2. This will give answer as this 105 upon 100 into 105 upon 100. These two zeros and single zero will cut these three zeros and we will get 54 into 105 into 105 upon 10. Further solving this, we will get the answer as population in year 2005 as 59535. So this is the answer, or this is the population in 2005. So just for a reminder or a recap, for finding population of 2001, I took this population as X and the given population of 2003 as amount, and I found the answer. For the next case of 2005, I took this population as principal and I took this as amount and I found this population. Okay. Now question number, this was question number 10. Now question number 11. In a laboratory, the count of bacteria in a certain experiment was increasing at the rate of 2.5% per hour. So it is a case of bacteria growth in which the rate of growth is 2.5% per hour. So rate is 2.5% per hour. Now find the bacteria at end of 2 hours. So time is 2 hours. This is also an application of these formulas of compound interest and simple interest. If initially the count was 5,06,000, so you can say the principal is 5,06,000. Okay. Now let us assume in our mind that this is 2 year and this is 1 year. Okay, like that we can do. This is per annum and this is 2 year. We can assume in our mind and find the answer of population after 2 hours as P, which is 5,06,000 into 1 plus rate is 2.5 upon 100 whole power 2. Just solve this and you get the answer. Remove decimal, it will come 0 over here. So A is equal to 1000 plus 25 is 1025 upon 1000. 1025 upon 1000. Now these three zeros will cut these three zeros, and now we have to just find the remaining thing. This will come out as 531,616,250 upon 1000. If I cut these three zeros, decimal will come over here. So we can take an approximate value for this as 531,616. Approx 531,616. After 2 hours, this will be the population of bacteria. Okay. So you have seen how we have utilized the concept of compound interest to find the population of humans as well as bacteria. Now last question, question number 12. A scooter was bought at rupees 42,000 So the principal you can say is rupees 42,000. This is a question of depreciation. Its value depreciated at a rate of 8% per annum. So rate of depreciation is given to you as 8% per annum. This rate is decreasing one, not the increasing one. Okay. So find the value after 1 year. So time is 1 year. So you want to check what is value of your scooter after 1 year. Very easy. The formula in this case changes. Amount becomes principal into 1 minus r upon 100 power n. So simply put the value 42,000, 1 minus 8 upon 100 whole power 1. Just solve it, you will get the answer. 100 minus 8 is 92 upon 100. 0 will cancel these two. We just have to multiply 420 and 92 and we will get the answer, which is rupees 38,640. So we have seen after 1 year this will be the value of scooter. Before it was purchased on 42,000 and there is a depreciation of some amount and the price became this much. Okay, thank you.